For those of you who have not read my book, The Rise and Fall of AAP, I'm going to give you a gist of what is in this book and also what Swati Maliwal might know about Arvind Kejriwal, 𝗤𝗎 𝗔𝘅, as well as the 𝗼𝗂𝘇 Party. When do you think this whole thing started? You want to take a guess? 22 years ago, 2002. Arvind Kejriwal as well as 𝗤𝗎 𝗔𝘅, they were involved in Ford Foundation-backed NGOs. Everyone has his own or her own Sancho Panza. I guess for Kejriwal, it is 𝗤𝗎 𝗔𝘅. These two have been together since 2002, and they had two NGOs basically from Ford Foundation that were formed called Parivartan and Kabir. And there were also, several NGOs floated in the name of RTI Act, Rural Development, Women Empowerment, Tribal Welfare, and so on and so forth. So now you know where the association with Swati Maliwal started. It started way back then, I think. So she knows a lot of secrets, in my opinion. Therefore, Arvind Kejriwal cannot wish this away. I think he was trying to dislodge her and make her to resign her Rajya Sabha seat so that 𝗣𝗚𝘂𝗍𝘆 𝗤𝘓 could take that place. But I think that is not working as per plan. Now, look at the people who were funding these organizations. They were not only the Ford Foundation, but Rockefeller Foundation. Again, now they are in the SDI4P. This is the Palestinian protests. And then many Scandinavian countries, especially from Sweden, Norway, and so on and so forth. And there is a lot of other things that are going on. So let me go back to 2002. That's when the NGO started. And from that point forward, Arvind Kejriwal and 𝗤𝗎 𝗔𝘅 have been together. And many people tell me that Kejriwal rarely worked as an IRS officer. He's always doing something else. And amazingly, he managed to be in one place for years together. How that is possible, only he can explain. Also, 2004, when Sonia Gandhi could not become the Prime Minister, you know how she formed this thing called National Advisory Council. And in that, she placed what I would call as the mentor of Arvind Kejriwal, Aruna Roy. And then in 2009, after the first term and UPA came back, they reconstituted the NAC, and Kejriwal was hoping to get into that. Unfortunately for him, he didn't make it, but Yogendra Yadav made it. And I think Yogendra Yadav used to spend time teaching politics to Rahul Gandhi. This is his claim to fame. So all these people get their bonuses. For example, Leela Sampson taught Bharatanatyam to Priyanka Gandhi, and therefore she became the director of Kalakshetra. And she's got some other things also. So anybody who's associated with the family, even in a very small capacity, gets rewarded richly. That's what I wanted to tell you. This is for the Congress. But now let's get back to Arvind Kejriwal. You know, in 2006 to about 2010, he was a regular in NDTV, and he had something called as the RTI Award. And this was given to the best bureaucrat in India. You can call it best Babu of India. And finally, at 2010, people started objecting, look, you are no one to start giving these awards. And finally, they stopped it. But he used to be a regular. See how this thing happens. You know, Trump, he had this apprentice show. For several years, he ran that. And suddenly, when he decided to run for president, people had a familiar face because they knew him. Same way, this man was trying to build this thing. In 2002, he had these NGOs, and now in 2006 to 10, he had this program in NDTV. Now, the other big deal that happened was that on March 1st, 2009, Art of Living wanted to have an India Against Corruption. It was called as March Against Terrorism Against Corruption, believe it or not. That was the name, MATAC. And they wanted to invite somebody famous. So what happened was, I think AOL got in touch with Kiran Bedi, who in turn said that Arvind Kejriwal might be a good fit. And along with Arvind Kejriwal, they had said that, well, we need somebody who has been successful in doing mass movement. So let's tap Anna Hazare, because he had just successfully implemented an RTI in Maharashtra. So Anna Hazare became part of it. So all these people were in the Maidan, and there was a speech that Arvind Kejriwal gave. 10,000 people assembled now, and the speech, he had this one tagline: "Free the country from the black British," meaning like the UPA. Now remember that in 2009 he missed out in the getting the NAC seat, and I think this was probably one reason, because he had already given names to UPA, and I think after that he saw the writing clear. It's not going to happen for him. In 2010, I guess he also lost his NDTV program. Therefore, this whole thing started capsizing for him. But always remember, these NGO ties run deep. This man had even got the Raymond Magsaysay Award. And these are all given to like staunch leftists, urban Naxals. And if you look at Aruna Roy, his mentor, she's another strong Naxal. Aruna Roy herself quit the NAC in 2013. I guess she was being pushed around, or she didn't see any use there. Nobody was listening, whatever be the reason. So she was out by 2013. But all these things turned on a head when on November 14th, 2010, Andimuthu Raja was arrested for his role in the 2G scam. In 2G scam, you know how this thing blew up. And from there on, again, this IAC, India Against Corruption, as a movement, that became very popular, I think, in 2011. And then suddenly Arvind Kejriwal became the face. And initially, they did not collect any money. But when people felt that they should be collecting the money, guess who managed the collection? Arvind Kejriwal and Manish Sisodia. Poor Anna Hazare, he was just sitting on, he was actually fasting. He went on a fast unto death strike in 2011, April, if I remember correctly. A lot of things happened, guys. Then Baba Ramdev also came and joined. And then there was one night when everybody was caned and driven out of the place, Ramlila Maidan. So a lot of things have happened. Much water has flown down the Yamuna. But most importantly, Swati has been around through all the thick and thin. She probably knows a lot of things. She probably knows where many of the bodies are buried. I'm just saying about, politically, of course, rhetorically. I'm not physically talking about bodies. I don't think he has killed anyone. Although there is the news item that I have read where the student by the name of Arvind Kejriwal had been accused of raping a woman in the outside the campus of IIT Kharagpur. I don't know if that's true or not. This newspaper clipping periodically does the news on WhatsApp social media groups. I don't know if it's the same Arvind Kejriwal or not, but this man's harkatein were known from that point forward. How he has managed to ride all these things and still stay in power, and he's probably busy cutting a deal now with Swati Maliwal to give some crumbs or whatever, I don't know. But clearly there are a lot of things at stake here. So more things will come out in the days to come. We'll be always sure to give you all the data. But if you want to understand the thought process of how Arvind Kejriwal works, do read my book, The Rise and Fall of AAP. It's available in Amazon. You can get it from 𝗤𝗏𝗏.com also. We are shipping it in volume. So do feel free to get that book. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.